everybody, it's Miss Lucy. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to be doing something pretty fun with a pretty common household item. We are going to be growing some crystals. Now, not just any kind of crystals, we are going to be doing some nice fall themed crystals. So we are going to be needing some pipe cleaners and borax. Now, I know a lot of you probably have borax. You used it to make slime, and then guess what? You have a big box left over because not many people make slime anymore. That's cool. We can make other stuff, like crystals. So, to begin, we are going to need a cup big enough to hold what you're going to make. So, let's make something cool. How about a leaf? I know that fall has come now. We got some cool little leaves right there. Unfortunately, living here in California, we don't get to see a lot of the actual pretty color changes of the leaves. We have palm trees and stuff, so it pretty much stays green year round. But that's okay, we can make our own colorful leaves. It's alright. We're gonna take a pipe cleaner and we are gonna make something pretty. Okay, so to begin with, we're gonna need pipe cleaners. I am using red and green because I plan on making some fall leaves and maybe a nice apple. Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to start with. You can make any number of things though. It doesn't have to be particularly fall related. It can be whatever. But I'm going to make an apple, so we're going to make a nice little roundish, hardish shape. I don't know if you guys have ever been apple picking. That's something that I've always wanted to do. It always seems like so much fun. And I never get to go just because I have no clue where there's an apple orchard around here. But that's something I've always wanted to do. Let's see, we're going to take a green one and make a nice little stem. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's alright. Sometimes you see some lumpy apples, it's alright. Make sure you guys are careful when you're cutting with pipe cleaners because they have a little wire in them. Sometimes it can be a little hard to cut, so you just want to be careful. You don't want to cut off your fingers. Alright, let's see. Stem's a little long. I'm going to cut it a little. There we go. That's pretty good. That's an apple, right? That looks pretty nice. Alright. Next, what you're going to need is some string, some yarn, something to tie it. I'm going to use this cord that's meant for friendship bracelets and stuff. So we're just going to tie one end. There we go. And then you're going to need a pencil or a pen or just something to tie it onto because it's going to be dangling in your cup of water and borax. And you want to make sure it doesn't sink to the bottom or stick to the sides. You're going to tie this depending on how long or deep your cup is. But if it ends up being too short, you can always just kind of roll it up until it meets the size you want it to. Alright, we're going to set this aside. We're going to start with our borax mixture. Now, for this, I do recommend you have an adult do this. You're going to take some water. Let's see, where's my water? Where did my water go? Okay, so after you are done making whatever shape it is that you are going to use, we are going to fill up a cup with water. Now, you need to boil this water, either boiling or at least very, very hot. So I do suggest you have a parent or someone that can handle hot temperatures because you don't want to burn yourself. I burned myself earlier and it hurts a lot. You don't want to do that. So, simulating, imagine this is hot because I don't want to warm it up yet. We're going to warm it up, and then depending on how much water you use is how much borax you're going to put in. I have about 2 cups worth in here. I need enough so that you can submerge completely your creation. And then with the 2 cups worth, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of the borax and stir until it is entirely dissolved. And once you are done with that, you are ready to submerge your creation. Okay, so once you have your hot water and borax mixture, you're going to lower in your creation. Make sure it goes in completely submerged. Like I said, if you want to use some type of food dye or colorant, now would be the time to do so. Pencil is just to make it hold so it doesn't touch the sides or the bottom. And now we are going to leave this and come back in 24 hours and see how it's done. So let's fast forward to that. Okay, so having it been 24 hours, this is what your creations should look like. So I made, as you see, the apple. Look how cool that looks. Wait, oh. There we go, better. I'll get a close up in a bit, but this is the apple, and this is a nice leaf I made. Now I did include food dye in this one, but it doesn't seem to have done much. So I guess maybe I didn't add enough, you know? You never know. You have to be ready for the unexpected, and as fellow scientists, we have to learn to evaluate and see what can happen, what went wrong, what was it missing, and don't be afraid to just try again as many times as is necessary. So, I think it looks really cool, but why does it happen? So, what we made is called a super saturated solution. That means that the amount of borax that we put in was too much for the amount of water that we had. Too much that it couldn't be dissolved. So once it's heated, it starts dissolving a little bit, but since the water is cooling down, the crystals start being made because they didn't disappear. And they need something to latch onto, and that thing just happened to be our cute little leaves and apples. So honestly, you guys can try this on any number of things you find in nature. You can do it on shells, you can do it on actual leaves, you can do it on rocks, anything you find. Try different things, experiment. Don't be afraid to mess up and keep on trying. That is part of being inventive, is not giving up. So I hope you guys try it out. I hope you guys have lots of success and make some amazing things.